Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm going to give you 5 more cheaper alternatives to more expensive fragrances. Now some of these, fragrances might be already quite affordable, but if you're just ultra cheap, get some of these alternatives. But the first one is a fragrance that I personally love. Came out in 2004 and I love it. I don't love it enough to get a full bottle, but a travel spray because Armani code. Armani just comes with the price tag, plain and simple. As much as I love this, I don't love it enough to get a full bottle. What, $80, $90? Go with this one here, Zegna's Forte. Now this is not 100% to this, but it does go along that code route. And for $40, $45 Canadian. So just like the typical code, which has that tonka bean in pretty much all of their codes, and that's that signature tonka bean. The tonka bean is also in this, which also has the tobacco, just like the code. It's got ginger, but what makes this one a little bit different, yeah, there's citruses, I almost forgot, but it's the honey in this. It's sweet, it's playful. That honey and that tonka bean is a really nice combination. Now you would think that with tonka bean and honey that it's going to be overly sweet. It's not. It's for a cheap scent, it's done really well. There's another Zegna fragrance out there that smells more identical to code, and that's going to be the Zegna's Intenso, but this one is just better. It does have that code DNA, I find, just with honey. The honey is what adds just something a little bit unique. It's not like totally different, but it's just a little bit sexier than code itself. And for $40 to $45, you know, it's a great alternative, and longevity off this is really good as well. It's going to be 6 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 2, let's stick with the brand of Armani Acqua di Gio, another travel spray. Again, as much as I love Armani, I don't like their price tags. They're not worth it in my opinion. You know, this came out in 1996 and it was a top seller for years and years and years. This is what brought Armani to the limelight, and they were already in the limelight. It just brought it to a different stratosphere. All right, this made hundreds of millions of dollars, and because of this very fragrance here, in my opinion, that's what launched the price tags pretty much. So this is a great smelling, fresh, clean scent, but I'm gonna go with this one here. Perry Ellis 360 Red. This is quite similar to this, but what's different with this is that it has coriander, cloves, nutmeg. I'm not sure if there's some cinnamon, but it's the warm spices that give this a bit of an edge, a bit of a boost compared to this one here. Again, great smelling scent, kind of boring, which I kind of like, but this one here just has a bit of an edge to it because of the warm spices. The versatility is just as good as this, and the performance for this is just as good, if not better than this. Again, in this day and age, when it comes to this very fragrance, mind the other ones, this very scent itself, you're spending for the name. This is like 5-6 hours. This itself is like 5 to 7 hours. I generally get like 6 to 7 hours. On a few occasions, I've gotten 8. And for 30 bucks, this? No, go with this. Fragrance number 3 is already an affordable scent. I don't have a bottle because I hate the fragrance itself. Versace Arrows. I once did, I gave it away. But go with this one here. Guess 1981 Los Angeles for Men. Arrows is already quite affordable. This is way more affordable, and it smells quite similar to Arrows. This one here does have tobacco, amber, ginger, mint, kind of like Arrows. I don't think that Arrows has tobacco. It has mint and ginger from what I remember, but this also has sandalwood. So it is a little bit different from Arrows with the tobacco and the sandalwood. And the first couple of hours, it has that Arrows vibe, but after a few hours, it goes along its own path. It just kind of makes a turn, and it becomes its own scent. But it's a banger. Arrows, banger. That's what I don't like about the scent. It smells obnoxious. This also can be obnoxious if you over apply. So I would say 2-3 sprays at the most. If you do more than that, then oh my god, you got some balls, but you're gonna be knocking some people out. But this is like $20 to $25 compared to Arrows. Arrows can range anywhere from $30 to $40 and more. Go with this one. Fragrance number 4, don't have a bottle at this point. It's really not worth it. I remember smelling it and I still like it to this day. Even when I go to the HBC, I still enjoy smelling it. It's just not worth the money. Chanel Allure Homme. Go with this one. Perry Ellis M. Now, is this one blended just as well as the Chanel? Of course not. But it does have the warm nuance that Chanel has. So it's got star anise, cinnamon, vanilla, tonka, and balsam fir. It's not exactly the same note breakdown as Chanel, but it does have that scent profile DNA. This is $20 to $30. It smells cheaper, I'm not gonna deny it. But it smells just as sexy, just as warm, just as flirtatious as Chanel Allure Homme. And when I did my review, like so many years ago, cringe, I said that the M in this stands for because that's what the ladies would say. I was cringed then, and I'm still cringed now. Longevity off this is gonna be about 5 to 7 hours. Fragrance number 5 is already quite affordable. 30 to 40 bucks. Versace Pour Homme, or according to FragranceNet, Versace Signature. Okay, whatever. Now this is very clean and fresh. It's got aquatics, woods, it's got tonka beans, citruses. It smells a lot like Chanel Allure Homme Sport. So this one made another video. It does have that DNA, but so does this, Zippo's Mythos. $30 or more, $22 to $25. It has that DNA, it has that Pour Homme DNA, including this one here. Now this is the best fragrance, I'm not going to deny it. This is the cheapest synthetic smelling one. But for what you're spending, it's not bad. It's clean, it's fresh, it's aquatic, it's citrusy, but it also has florals. The florals are going to be musk and jasmine. It's not overly floral, but it is there. There's also some musk and I believe some woods. So aquatic, fresh, clean, florals. That's what this fragrance here is. And the longevity is not as good as this. Now this is not a beast. This is about what, like 5 to 6 hours. This one here is about 3 to 5 though. And guys, that's it. I just gave you 5 cheaper alternatives to more expensive fragrances. Again, some of these, like this, and I don't even, like Versace Arrows, which I don't have, are already quite affordable. But you can get even cheaper alternatives to something like this, all right? That's if you're just ultra cheap. Sometimes I could be ultra cheap. I'm not gonna deny that. So guys, if you wanna see other, let's say cheapy lists, like top 5s, because this is a cheapy video, check out this side here. And if you like this very video, leave me one of these. I thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.